Okay, YouTube. Got the garage cleaned last weekend, so kind of been back at it. I decided that I wanted to paint my throttle body. I'm not sure how that's going to come out. It looks good now. So we'll see how it holds up. This is my power steering reservoir bracket, and then the tensioner. You know, the auto tensioner or whatever. Let's see what else. Got my brakes on, so brakes are on, front and rear. That's a pretty much all day thing. Still got the regular rears, kind of small, all cross drilled and slotted. I think last time I was in the process of painting these brackets, they ended up coming out very nice. Don't have those up yet because I'd like to get that stuff together and on. Did get my power steering at least plumbed. Like I said, brakes are on, so need to get a buddy over here or something to help me get those bled. Got the taillights out today. There's this like crazy amount of like sealant that's still, oh sorry, yeah, I mean it's just like this huge layer of sealant. So I gotta pull that stuff off and get that scraped, and have to just remember to reapply that stuff. What else did I get? Just got word that I might be waiting like weeks for this Sicky shifter, and I don't understand why. Like, I called Sicky, they said 4 to 5 days before it's done. They were actually in the process of building it, they said, when I called. And then, now I need this shifter. Obviously I don't need it today because it's not going anywhere. At the end of the day, I'm still kind of held up with the Chase Bays wiring harness. This is week 16, still hasn't arrived. So we're looking at 4 months that they've been working on that. So yeah. So that's kind of that for now. Like I had said before, my dad's going to be coming in, and we're going to do some of this body work. A lot of this core support, I'm pretty sure like this part of it needs to be like notched out, so that way the that front clip can fit on. I'm not sure how much of the bumper I'm going to end up having to cut out, but I'm sure some of it. Unless I just decide not to have one, which would be extremely dangerous, especially if for whatever reason I was involved in a forward collision. I did get my brake pedal cut. I kind of just cut this piece out. That gives my foot plenty of room. It's probably still kind of difficult to shift with my work boots on, but with normal tennis shoes, no problem at all. I think I'd like to get that airbag out of the passenger side too, just because I don't think it's worth a damn, and I'm not sure how it works to begin with. I'm not sure if there's a sensor in the front, but if there was, it's no longer there. So there's that. I need to get my pedal for the LS3 in and wired. Kind of waiting on my harness for that too. As you can see, I'm gonna wait till I get my shifter in before I put my console back in. Need to get seats. I gotta actually get some seats. I'd like to get seats, a steering wheel, suspension, wheels, tires. That's kind of what I'd like to get ordered in the near future. I did call Injuku Racing today. They gave me a quote on some Fortune Auto coilovers and some BC coilovers. Originally I had planned to go with like an AccuAir Okay, so yeah, it might be overkill. The AccuAir system might end up being overkill for what I'm going to use the car for. So I'll probably end up going with some BCs or the Fortunatos. I'm kind of leaning as of right now towards the BCs. And now would be the time to put them on, obviously, because the car is taken apart and, you know, I can get it back together and get these rear fenders hacked up and get the wide body kit on there and molded in and bolted up and all that stuff. And then, honestly, I have no expectation that I'll have the car painted this summer. Best case scenario, I'll have it primered. That is the goal, is to at least get it primered. And then, you know, maybe before the end of the summer or right at the end of the summer, or even sometime during the winter. I do have a big ass heater, so I'm not going to have any issues with spraying the car in here. We'll just have to see. I'll have to cross that bridge when I get to it. But as of right now, I got the radiator back out. I'm going to get the accessories put on. I did order some new spark plugs. They're a little bit hotter plug. They're rated for the Z06. The gapped at 40 100ths, I think 40 thousandths. I'm not sure. 0.40. So they're gapped already, and I'll get them put on. Probably just gonna use the kind of got like a closet here full of the stock parts, and I'm probably just gonna use these plug wires that came on it, because there's nothing wrong with them. So we'll see how those go. We'll see how the dyno day goes, and then, you know, I don't think I'm gonna have any issues, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Got my battery. I'm gonna have to relocate it to the trunk, is where I'd like to put it, but we'll see. We'll see how much time I end up having, and then because that's pretty much all I got. There is a car show that's on June 19th. Today is, fuck, I don't know, May something. May 17th or something like that. Not 100%. It's Tuesday though, so probably about a month away. I got there's a car show that I'd like to at least try and make it to, but you know, that's a pretty lofty goal considering this is where the car sits today. So I don't see it happening. This weekend is completely jam-packed. I won't get anything done on the car. I'm actually going to be driving down to Phoenix to pick up a toolbox and stuff that my dad has to get rid of, and then you know, kind of spending some time down there. My sister's graduating, and then you know, and then I'll come back. So yeah, so that's this weekend, and then, you know, I got, if I try and make the show, I got 3 weekends left. That's really the only time I have to work on the car, is on the weekends. So yeah, it's probably a pretty lofty goal to try and say that it's going to be done by June 19th, but it's not impossible, especially if I might take a couple weeks off there at the end of May and the first week of June maybe, and really be able to crank some of this stuff out. As long as the coilovers come in and I can figure out and decide on a set of wheels, then I feel like the look of the car will be done. Because once my dad gets here, you know, he'll be here for 2 weeks, and he's pretty much a body guy. So hopefully we'll crank that out. That'll be it for now, though. So stay tuned.